California dreaming about you.
Hey, what is up everyone? My name is Richard and welcome to the crypto community. Today we'll be going over Tether. Before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe for more content like this and make sure to stick with me till the end because there is a lot of messy information that we're about to go over. Okay, so what is Tether? In case anybody does not know, as you can see the price is pretty consistent because basically the goal of Tether is to be linked to around $1 US value. So it's like the goal of it is to avoid the regulations that the government has on transferring US dollars. So instead of actually transferring your cryptocurrency, so if you had like Bitcoin, instead of transferring your Bitcoin to US dollars, you transfer it to Tether because this is supposed to be around $1. So then your value of your money won't fluctuate. Like if you had it in Bitcoin this past week, you lost 24%, 25%. Whereas here, you would not really have lost anything because it stays right around $1. So that is basically the goal of it. I would like to really point this out. If we go to all, this market cap is kind of scary. If we go all the way back here, I mean, you have less than 1 million, then you go up to 1 million, you go like 6, 14, blah, 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 blah. Oh, what? Oh, wow, wow. Volume and market cap rank 18. There's a lot of money getting moved around through this coin, which is kind of scary because in this market, seeing something that's this stable is not normal at all, and it's not good to have. So, I mean, I'll go into why in a second, but this is a big red flag here. Okay, we've had lots of conspiracies and scams and whatnot going on within the community recently, and it is not good at all. BitConnect, some other ones, and this is quite possibly going to be the next one to explode on people, and it's not going to be good when it happens because basically the ideal situation is that this is backed 100% by fiat money, so by actual US dollars, so that in theory they'd have $1 for every token, every coin. So supposedly they have over $2 billion of actual dollars to back up this stuff, so it's backed by the US dollar. But I mean, they have a lot of money flowing through here, but there's some really sketchy stuff that we're going to go over. So and yeah, so like I said, they have 2 billion, and there's some really interesting stuff of some speculation. I'm not going to pull it all up, but a lot of people believe that Bitfinex is linked to Tether. So there was a article that was posted, and it was based on, I believe it was a WikiLeaks, and it went over how there was an account made in the with people's names who are really high up in Bitfinex, and it was for Tether. So it was an offshore account too, so it was offshore of the US, so it would not be able to be regulated really. But it was in their name, so that quite possibly, if that's legitimate, is a huge thing. That means that they over there, Bitfinex, are connected to Tether, which is kind of sketchy because if you don't know, Bitfinex has some kind of sketchy things on their platform as well. That's a little weird and, like I said, kind of sketchy, and you should really look out for that. So it's kind of interesting. If we were able to, I don't want to spend all your time, but we could go through over here on their website. There's some information, and they go over the rules of using it and some different clauses and whatnot, and they have a really interesting one that I found that I took note of, and basically it's got really interesting wording. So it says that they're able to create a reason to not let you pull money out. So you can put Tether tokens in, but they won't let you actually change it out for US dollars if they can come up with a reason, and they can create one, which is obviously not good, because then they could say, we have a reason not to let anybody. Oh, okay, so server's not even working. they could say that they have a reason to not let anybody take any money out, which would not be good. I mean, this thing would probably totally fall apart on everybody, and lots of money would be lost, obviously, based on that volume. If we go over here, we can look at, there's a couple articles about this, which is kind of interesting. I'll just kind of briefly go through some of this. This just kind of goes over what Tether is, what's the point of Tether, what's the controversy. This is a big one that I'll talk about here in a second, but they used to have an auditor, and the name of the company was Friedman LLP, and they're no longer working with Tether. So Tether no longer has someone really checking to make sure that things are flowing smoothly and everything's looking legit. Now they no longer have someone doing that check on them, which is not good, because I mean, obviously with that kind of money flowing through, they could spend it however they want, and that would not be good, because then it would no longer be backed, and we just run into tons of issues, and it would collapse. And it's come to the point where it's kind of clear that it's a scam as to like how do they get that money, some weird things like that. But let's say it's not a scam. Let's say that this is legit, people's money is safe, this is a way to link your money when the market goes down like this and not lose it. Well, the other side of the issue is that it's going to get shut down no matter what, because of the US government or other governments. They don't want this to be linked as a way to avoid the regulations, because that's basically the goal of this, is to avoid the regulations that the government has on trading and using the US dollar. So it'll be bypassing the regulations, which is not what the government wants at all, for any government. They also have really sketchy, where is it? In the month of January of this month, or this past month, 850 million tokens were released or printed. So that's basically like saying that $850 million was printed. They basically printed money, which is, I mean, I don't think I need to go in how bad of a concept that is, that there's a company basically printing US dollars. The government is not going to be, I mean, that is not going to go over well at all in the end. This is going to get shut down if it doesn't fall apart because of a scam before then. So you need to be very careful. It could be another Mt. Gox, like a while back, and where things just totally collapsed. Because if Tether really is linked to, if we go over here, over to Bitfinex, I mean, they have a lot of trading volume. They are one of the biggest platforms out there, period. So, I mean, they're huge. This is one of the biggest. So if this collapses along with Tether, then you have this platform go down, you have Tether go down, and it's just not going to be good at all. It'll be horrible for everybody involved. So you really, really need to be careful about what you're getting into this, because like I said, this could really fall apart and be horrible. So, yeah, this article has a lot of really good information. There's a couple other articles that have some really good information about this and how this could really, because if those two parts fall apart, right, or when they do, I should say, because it's either going to fall apart because of scam or because of regulation, 100% guaranteed. But when that happens, what's going to happen to all these prices? I mean, we're going to see this market drop 30%, 20%, something like that. We're going to see huge effects. And it's just, it's going to be bad. It's going to be a real big mess if this is actually all linked, how the rumors are spreading and how the theories are going, and how the people think that this is working out. Because if those two are linked, we're going to have some serious issues going forward here. I mean, we could see this market, I mean, if it was to explode like today, let's say, it probably won't. It seems to be holding okay right now, but like I said, I would not put any money in this, because when it collapses, your $1 is going to go to zero. It's going to be absolutely worthless. It won't even be cut in half. It's going to be worthless. We could see this market cap drop in half again if it was to collapse today. So it would be really bad for the market. And yeah, so that's basically it for today, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and I will catch y'all in the next one.